Hi, this is Brett Douglas. I have another video tonight. Tonight's video, I'm going to talk about Macron, the leader of France, and his low approval rating. I'm going to talk about James Comey, the former FBI director, and all the trouble he's in. I'm also going to talk about Qanon and how they let me down the other day and how they're still relevant. Okay, I'm going to start off with Trey Gowdy. He's been quite popular in the news in regards to Trump and collusion, which there was no collusion. Anybody who still believes that is listening to too much mainstream fake news, as far as I'm concerned. There was absolutely no collusion. If there was any, it would be with the Clinton Foundation and Clinton when she was trying to become president. All her crooked dealings with Bernie, Uranium One, and the Wieners, the Uma Wiener and Anthony Weiner, the laptops, all that stuff that was quite a few years ago, about 2 years ago, that's not being brought up anymore, because all that leads to the Steele dossier, which is the big, huge crime. It's a large crime for the FBI to be involved in anything crooked with its own people, especially an election. They were the ones that were doing wrong. James Comey and all those evildoers involved in the FBI and some CIA. Michael Flynn is a good man. If people look into his charges, it has to do with conspiring with Turkish people. That's what brought him down. People need to look at what he pled guilty to. This is where Trump should have stepped in a little bit to help him. But, he was looking out for himself at that time, and that's what he was doing, and that's what he should have been doing. Okay, so there's also something a little disturbing too. I heard Devin Nunes. He's somebody that I like and I respect. Now, I don't believe this story holds water yet, but some people say he's working on the wrong team. Okay, especially, let me get into this right here. I'll tell you the name of the people that put out that video. Okay, yeah. It's called YouTube Defense Tech. It's a 2 minute and 8 second long video. I just watched it previously before I started making this one. That throws Michael Flynn under the bus. I mean, it throws Devin Nunes under the bus, and it makes Michael Flynn look like the good guy. I think they're both good. At least I'm hoping that Michael Flynn says that all this stuff that Nunes was doing was really just to save himself in the long run. I repeat that. A defense tech video on YouTube, a short video, is saying that Michael Flynn says Devin Nunes is not really on Donald Trump's side. He's just out for himself, to protect himself in regards to what was conspiring with Turkey and not being reported. So people think that possibly he was making, Michael Flynn before, was profiting personally from his everything, all the deals and everything he was doing with Turkey, and that Devin Nunes was involved too, and he's trying to cover himself up. Covering his role with Turkey, so that he doesn't have any jail time or lose job or anything like that. So that's something to look out for. In other words, just hope Devin Nunes is really on the right team. Okay, now I'm going to go back into something else. I'm going to talk about Okay. Brazil. We already know that Bolsonaro, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, he won, and he's a nationalist in Brazil. Now, that's not the only country that's going nationalist. There's even some mayors in Canada, and Merkel is out the door. That's the doozy. That's the big one. She's gone. And now it's getting dangerous in Paris. Macron, that super liberal asshole leader of 39-year-old that married his 60-year-old teacher, has an approval rating of under 20. Now, if you live in France, this isn't good. But if you live in America, I think this is good, because this means that the world is listening to Donald Trump and his policies of nationalism. They heard him say that he's a nationalist and proud of it. And that's affecting France. France is sick of this immigration. They're sick of people taking away their rights, their guns, their freedoms, high taxes, and the burden of immigration. So France is stepping up to the plate now, which is good. That's great news. If anybody is interested in European politics, I recommend Dr. Steve Turley. Dr. Steve Turley, the YouTube station. He's very good. Okay, there's another person that the last one, which is good. Bill Priestap, the person that used to be running everything before Mueller took over. The last one is out the door from the FBI, the crooks. Now, just listen to all the people that have left the FBI. This is a real acknowledgement of draining the swamp. Number one, James Comey out. Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok and his crooked wife, James Baker, James, this one's a hard, Rybricky, Carl Gadders, Lisa Page, that was a popular one to go. And now Bill Priestap, the one that took over originally. I meant the original person before Mueller took over the collusion investigation is out. That's good news. Donald Trump is definitely draining the swamp. If you don't believe he's doing anything else, if you believe he's weak on immigration, he is draining the FBI anyways, which is good. Our top police should not be crooked. Okay. So, the Clinton Foundation, the Steele dossiers, all Hillary's involvement in that is, I hope, what's going to get her. But remember that nothing really ever sticks to them. But at least it's being brought up. And at least one thing is for certain. Mainstream media, people don't have the faith in it anymore. People are paying attention more to, online resources. And no more CNN. So that's good news there. But I guess pay attention to, if anybody wants to hear QAnon, if you want some resources, X22 Report on YouTube, Praying Medic on YouTube, and Stroppy Joe YouTube. Stroppy Joe recently made a post. Some of them are a little weak now because, possibly some of these people that put a lot of faith in QAnon are a little bit embarrassed because it didn't quite happen the way they thought it would, December 3rd through the 5th. But anyways, until next time, this is Brett Douglas. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you for watching.